Hello and welcome back to the channel. The bike is back. The bike is back. Finally. It's been since October, November, December, January, February, nearly the end of March. Let's call it 5 months for easy maths. Wow. It feels like it's been a lot longer. Oh, it's chilly, but you know something? Don't care. It's just great to be back on the bike. This is actually the second time I've ridden it. Went for new tyres on the back and new tyre on the front. But yep, actually really happy to be back out on the bike. And a good day for it, not too bad. So a little put her along down to Largs for a coffee just to run it. I'll try and get some miles on the tyres and scrub them in a bit, and we're good to go. So let's get this fired up. I'm also excuse me, monitoring tyre pressures, because after you have new tyres fitted, they set them but they're always kind of there or thereabouts. They're not always particularly spot on. So, and what I did notice, I'll come back up in a minute, the front went to 37.9 almost straight away. So I'm taking it easy. I'll get home and I'll let that back down to 36. The front's at 40.5 and that'll do. So half a PSI. Nobody for the road is really going to notice that. Right, shall we? Let's go. It actually feels really strange to be back on the bike after such a long period of time, and hence the reason I am on my own. I always believe that for me personally, the first ride of the season I like to do on my own, and then I can just take my time. If I want to go really slow through a corner while I kind of bed myself back in, I can. If I just want to sit at a nice steady speed there or there around this, there or thereabouts the speed limit, I can, and just enjoy it. And I think that brings me on to a good subject. After hibernation, getting the bike back out and yourself back out and back on the bike. So here's, I'll do this on the fly. Here's the kind of things that I do. So first and foremost, before I even think about being on the bike, is make sure the bike is road taxed. That's the insanely expensive fun tax that you pay to enjoy the moon surface like roads for 6 months. Make sure your insurance is in place, because the amount of people that will forget about that. And if your bike is old enough, a current MOT, again, I've been nearly caught out with that before. Start of the season, let's go a big run, no MOT, because you forget about it because it sits all winter. After that, it's make sure you're good and you're in a good state of mind. You know, you don't need to be rushing out and rushing back. You've given yourself plenty of time, something to eat and drink before you go. Make sure all your clothing, your helmet and everything's in good order. And then it's check over the bike. So the usual things, make sure it starts. Make sure if it moves, it should move. It moves and moves as it should. Like the throttle, you know, if it winds on, it should spring back and then come back on again. Brakes are on and off, don't stick. Clutch works. Chain is cleaned and well lubed and properly adjusted. Tyre pressures, so I'm down at 37. That'll come back up, so that definitely has to come down. Make sure your lights, indicators, everything works on it. Your number plate hasn't fallen off over the winter, and that's it. Just, it's about going from the front to the back of the bike in a methodical order, and just making sure that if it moves, If it's moving, it should move, and if it's moving and shouldn't move, then you tighten it and stop it. What else? Oh, one thing I did learn. So after the bike went for its service back in October, the weather was terrible, and it felt horrible, and I just put it down to it being cold and wet, and being tired because it's been a long day. But then I happened to be speaking to somebody, and I said it had been in for service, and they went, oh, make sure all the values if you're in Dynamic Pro hasn't been reset, it's quite common. And I went into the settings this morning and everything was factory set, so there was ABS was off, traction control was off, anti-wheelie was off, and the power was, or the torque was set at full torque, no restriction, full power. And that coupled with no anti-wheelie, no V8 ABS, no traction control, I thought, no wonder it handled like a dog. No wonder it was absolutely horrendous riding that home, and even getting the tyres fitted. I thought, maybe it's just the old tyres. The new tyres, again, at about 5 miles an hour, pressed the back brake and no ABS, and I thought, there is a fault. So, lesson learned, if you have a bike that is full of electronic wizardry, make sure whatever settings that you put into the bike are there and still set, and if not, reset them, because that could have been so much worse. So yes, just make sure that everything is tickety-boo with you, your kit and your bike, and then when you are on the go, your first run of the season, take it easy. You can't just pick up where you left off last year, because everything is so out of sync. You know, your eyes take a minute to adjust to the speed, even though you probably drive a car. Sitting at 50 in a car has no resemblance to 50 on a motorcycle. It's not even close. You've got the wind, you've got the bumps, you feel it more. The lean angle, you don't really get that in the car, so you can pretty much drive numb. And when you get back on the bike, that's how I always feel a little disconnected. You know, I want the eyes and the brain to warm up, to going quick. I want my body to warm up to putting a lot of input in. You know, leaning with the bike, pushing the bars, using your core for on and off the brakes. Riding bikes is quite physical, even when you're plodding along 52 miles an hour one hand. You know, it's not hard, but it's physical. When you haven't been on a bike for 5 months or longer, then you definitely feel it. And there, I'm quite pleased with myself. I come up with decent subject matter, and all I wanted to do was make sure that everything worked on the bike. Happy with that. Right, where are you going, Doris? I've got no idea how well this is going to work microphone wise, noise wise. I'm trying a different position in the camera so it's a little further down. I actually wired the helmet up a bit better before, so I'm hoping that helps, but I've got no idea. If it's rubbish I may or may not, I'll post it anyway. There's no point in talking to myself when I can talk to you. Speaking of that, I have 16 subscribers, literally famous. I think I get about 4 likes, so I'm going to retire and live off YouTube. I don't think I need to go into work on Monday morning. Nah, I probably should. But I say that with a joke. thank you to everybody who watches the channel, watches my videos, for those that like them, and definitely those who subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. It's just my little humble corner of the interweb, and I just post as and when I see or as and when I can. So yeah, thank you very much. Although the last video I posted was of me cleaning my car, and I get about 900 and something views, so I expect this one to do more. Highly unlikely, but I don't really care. I just like to share what I do, and if you get some enjoyment out of it, then happy days. Right, can I use the back brake without putting myself into a hedge? Oh, that's nice. I did actually have the back brake adjusted a little bit, because it was an on-off switch, and it turns out, okay, annoying thing about BMW, especially this bike, you can't actually adjust the brake lever, which you use with your right foot, for height or position. You can only take out the travelling lever, so the height of the lever will always remain the same, which I did not know. It's the only bike, I think, in the planet it's like this. Yeah, I am. For those watching this, it's thinking, why slow is he going round there? It's like 18 miles an hour. Couple of reasons. One, my tyre pressure's at 37, and two, I haven't been on the bike for 5 months, so 18 miles an hour at virtually no lean angle feels like I'm having my knee down on a racetrack. And I'm sure, even although very few people will admit to it, they can all relate. You know you can. So if you're watching this and you can relate, or you think you can't, put a comment in anyway. Oh, I thought it was going to be much colder. It's fresh, my hands are fresh. Damn it. See that? Okay, annoying thing number 2 with BMW is almost neutral. You can get it when you don't want it, and as soon as you want it, it's like, no. There we go. Oh, it's amazing when you're out that breeze, just shielded by the wall and the trees there. It definitely feels like it's gone up. I don't know what it'd be in degrees, 3 or 4, maybe 5 degrees, who knows, but it actually feels mild, it actually feels quite nice. Oh, and while I've got your attention, don't forget to like and comment. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It's just nice to know that, you know, people that are watching the videos like them. And yeah, put in the comments what you do for your first ride. Is there anything that you do? Does anybody get like weird rituals or kind of superstitions that they do for the first run of the season? I'm gonna get myself a coffee, an overpriced mortgage breaking coffee. That's if the thing's open actually. Oh. That's a good question to myself. Oh well, we'll soon find out. Well, if there's no way to get a coffee, I'm not going to be hanging about like a weirdo. I'll just be getting myself back in the bike and back up the road. What is going on? I bet you everybody has the same idea. Let's go to Largs, it's sunny. Me and all the other pensioners, not that I'm a pensioner. Thanks very much. Well, let's see if we can get a reflection shot in the windows. Hello! Right, pay attention. Oh, window. Actually, oh, let's have a look. God, I look amazing on this bike. Look at that, American style police car. Well, if anybody knows what that is, I think that's is it a Ford Crown Vic? Or Victoria, is that what you call it? Let me know in the comments. There's a few people kicking about today, not surprised. Sunny. There's somebody just parked in the... Yes. Oh my god. What a turd. Don't want what with a barrier. Take your time. Take your time, no rush. You're welcome. Jesus. Never even looked. Is there space? Aye, there's a space right here. How do they shift out the road? Oh, we'll just stick it in. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay folks, going for a coffee and quietly slag the people that just stand in your way.